Lecture 7, Academic Education and Graphic Design. There are three basic academic pathways to becoming a graphic designer: 1 or 2 year certificates of completion, 2-year associate degrees, or 4-year bachelor's degrees. There are also graduate degrees, master's degrees, etc. They are rare in the industry and not necessary to get into the field, unless you wish to teach at the college level or be considered eventually, it takes years of experience as well, for the creative directorship of a very large corporation. But the right experience and portfolio will serve you well in most regards. We will look at each of these academic pathways in a little more detail in the course of this lecture. First, let's look at Certificate of Completion programs. Certificate of Completion programs are short career pathway programs that provide students with an employable skill. They are typically 1 or 2 year programs offered at a college, often a community college. These must meet certain state requirements to be state certified. When they are, they can give a potential employer confidence in the skill level of an applicant that has the appropriate certificate of completion. Common certificate programs related to graphic design or web and digital imaging or Photoshop, as well as graphic design itself. A certificate program is meant to be a shorter pathway than an associate's or bachelor's degree, and as such usually has fewer general education requirements, if any. Lane Community College offers a web certificate. We will discuss the options at Lane in more detail a little later in this lecture. Next, let's look at 2-year associate degree programs. Associate degrees are usually 2-year programs at a college that require some general education courses along with the coursework for the degree. This means that students will have some math, writing, social studies, health, PE, etc. while taking the required courses for their specific degree program. Most associate programs are achievable in 2 years, but many students opt to take longer to complete them, especially if they have jobs or families. We will look at Lane's Associate of Applied Science degree in graphic design as an example in just a bit. But first, let's look at 4-year bachelor's degrees. 4-year degrees offer a more in-depth look at design theory and allow students more time to develop as designers while still in school. As mentioned in a previous lecture, studies have shown that one of the reasons that some employers require a bachelor's degree for certain positions is because they expect that a person with a higher level of education will have better communication skills, not necessarily that they will be better designers. Certain companies that deal with higher-end clients value these skills as much as an employee's design sensibility because employees may be dealing with an educated clientele. An employer expects that a more educated employee will write a better letter or be more articulate in meetings or in giving presentations. Bachelor's degrees require more general education courses as well, and a Bachelor of Arts degree typically requires 2 years of a foreign language. Now let's look at the programs at Lane Community College. Lane offers a 1-year web certificate and a 2-year associate degree. The 1-year web certificate requires a student to take only classes within that discipline and provides students with a state-recognized certificate of completion that will help them to get a job in the field. The 2-year graphic design program at Lane Community College is an Associate of Applied Science or AAS degree, which is a form of associate degree. This degree requires general education credits in writing, math, science, social science, etc., as well as the graphic design curriculum for completion. This is typical of associate degrees and gives potential employers faith that a graduate of such a program is educated enough to write a good letter or proposal, understand the basic math of a proposal or invoice, and be able to communicate appropriately in a professional setting. Let's look at the graphic design curriculum at Lane. The graphic design curriculum at Lane covers web, digital design tools, photography and digital image manipulation, illustration and production, as well as graphic design theory. The design theory portion covers typography, corporate identity / branding, packaging design, editorial design, advertising, and marketing graphics. In addition, the program provides on-site training in the form of cooperatives, internships at local businesses. Now let's look at the student success rate at Lane. The Lane Graphic Design program graduates about 18 to 20 students per year. Job placement is high. 70 to 80% have been placed into full-time jobs with benefits. 10 to 15% supplement their incomes with freelancing after graduation, and about 10 to 15% go on to four-year schools after graduation. Though it is generally thought that one needs a four-year degree to become a senior designer or art director, some Lane graphic design grads have achieved those positions with only the Lane AAS degree. This is the program sheet for the graphic design degree, current one. This program sheet shows the courses and course sequences required, term by term, for the graphic design degree at Lane and is available on Moodle. You can also go to lanecc.edu/mediaarts/graphic design to find out more or see this information in a list form. Entry requirements for the graphic design program at Lane. The graphic design program at Lane does have some requirements for entry into the second year of the program. These are: you must have an accumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher, can be over just the last 2 years of college. You must have completed your first year requirements. You must fill out an application and provide transcripts. You may need to write an essay and provide a portfolio and/or an application project that demonstrates your potential as a graphic designer as specified in the application instructions for the year that you apply. And there are other degree programs in the state of Oregon. 2-year associate degrees in graphic design. You can find those at Portland Community College in Portland, Mount Hood Community College in Gresham, Oregon, Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon, Chemeketa Community College in Salem, Lane Community College in Eugene, and then 4-year bachelor's degrees in graphic design. There's Portland State University in Portland, Oregon State University in Corvallis, Pacific Northwest College of Art, also in Portland, that's a private school, George Fox University, a private school in Newberg, Oregon, and the Art Institutes of Portland, Oregon, or in Portland, Oregon. It's a nationwide chain, and they also are private and provide both an AA and a BA degree. There are no master's degree programs in the state of Oregon. However, University of Washington in Seattle has one, and there are schools in California that also have programs. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that this has given you some idea of the academic options for getting into the field of graphic design. Please go to Week 2 in Moodle and take quiz number 7 when you can. Next up, Lecture 8, Translating Education to the Field.